Okay, this is all about intuitive probability. Kind of gives you an idea. I just want you to kind of make your best estimate of what you think it would be. Some of them you'll know exactly. For example, number one, you will miss a day of school this year. Well, it's probably going to be 100% chance for most of you, right? Has anybody not missed a day of school so far this year? 1, 2, 3 of you. So we got a couple people that have a pretty good chance. Some of you guys, it might be, you know, an 80% chance or something like that, or a 20% chance. Okay, you will get an A in math. Okay? Some of you guys 95%, some of you guys 99.9%. Can anybody say for sure? Cameron? All right. Okay, Andrea? Right, Andrea? I just had to make Andrea smile today. All right. Okay, number 3. A tossed coin will land tails. 50%. Now, you guys, you all know that, I think for the most part, most of you guys know that probability can be written as a percentage. It can also be written as a fraction. And it can also be written as a decimal. And this is a good one to show it on. Okay? You need to know these all mean the same thing right here. Okay? You need to know that probability will always be a number from 0 to 1. Do you understand that? Yes. 0 to 1. Think about that. Okay, every time you say a probability, the number on the top is smaller than the number on the bottom, or equal to it. Okay? So we're going to get this right here. You can come in, Mr. Jones. Let me just have a second, and then oh, there's Taylor. Okay. Taylor, you can sit back there in my chair for a second. Or you just got to go? Okay. Just set it on my desk, and I'll get it. You feeling any better? No? Okay. Hope to see you soon. Okay, thanks. All right, so right here, you guys, we can write it as 50%. Okay? The decimal, or the fraction is probably the best way to write it. We know that there's a heads and a tails, and you flip it, you have a 1 out of 2 chance of getting your tails. And if I divide 1 by 2, I get a 0.5 decimal, right? And if I want to change that to a percentage, all I do is move that decimal to the right 2, and I get 50% right there. Okay, so it's all the same thing. Okay, go to this one. Number 4, you will gain 10 pounds this year. What's the chance of that? This is a personal question. You guys are all teenagers, so it's probably a 0% chance for most of you. Okay? All right, during Christmas, is an exception. Okay. Wrestlers have an exception to that, too. Okay, number 5, you will live to be 100 years old. What do you think? Hey, I think for most of you that's pretty low percentage, but I bet you if we ask the question a different way, what's the chance of someone in here living to be 100 years old? I'm pretty sure you're up in the high 90% somewhere, right? Okay. 6, the sun will rise tomorrow. 100%. Unless you're Kai, he's a little pessimistic. He said 95%. All right. Number 7, the next president of the United States will be over 21 years old. Okay, most of you guys know your U.S. history. Don't you have to be over 21 to run? Whoops. I got to erase these now since this slid up. Okay, now you will, let's see. A card drawn from a standard deck will be a club. Yeah, most of you guys, some of you guys know. 25. 13. There's 52 cards in a standard deck. There's 4 suits. There's 13 cards of each suit. 13 out of 52 actually reduces to 1/4, which is equal to 0.25, which is equal to 25%. So you could have written as 13 over 52. You could have written as 1/4. You could have written as 0.25. You could have written it as 25%. Okay, you will take a space trip to the moon. Hey, 20 years from now, space travel might be as common as getting on an airplane and flying to New York, right? Who knows? I'll let you guys guess on that one. The next baby born in this state will be a girl. 50%. You will listen to a CD today. How many of you guys still listen to CDs? Okay, so some of you guys, that's a pretty high percent. Some of you guys, it's a no chance at all, right? And you have type D blood. Why 0? There's no such thing. All right, good job. Okay, what I want you to do right here, you guys, is I want you to think. I want you to work in your groups. I want to see if you can do this first. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's supposed to be curfew. Sorry. Curfew right here. Thank you. Okay. What I want you to do, so there's basically, this way of saying that there's 13 people that have curfew and chores. There are 5 people that have chores but no curfew. There are 12 people that have chores, but no chores, but do have a curfew. And there are 3 people that have neither curfew nor chores. Okay, and so total of 25 people here, total of 8 people here, 18 here, 15 here, and then I want you to figure out what number is going to go there. And I want you guys in your groups, okay, to see if you can create the Venn diagram. I'm going to give you an idea. It's the rectangle, and there's going to be 2 intersecting circles. Okay, I went around and saw some of you do it. It looked like you had it right. Okay, I'm going to have to go to a different. First of all, you guys, in this Venn diagram, what do the 2 circles represent? Okay, chores and curfew. That's right. Okay, now, what would we put right here? What number would we put right here? In the chores spot? 5. So what does this 5 represent? People have chores but no curfew? What would I put in the intersection right here? 13. These are the people who have both chores and a curfew, right? That's the intersection. Okay? How many total people have chores? 18 people. 5 plus 13 is that 18 that you got down there, right? They're all in the circle with chores. Okay? How many people have just a curfew but no chores? 12. That's the number that goes here. So that represents all those people. How many people have a curfew? 25. 12 plus 13, right? How many people have neither of them? And where does that go? Yeah, just in the sample space, or part of the sample space, because this is a poll taken in a class, right? But in that sample space, we still got to count for those 3 right here. Now, how many total people are there? 33. And you know what? Do you know we can get that by adding 5 plus 13 plus 12 plus 3? Okay, that makes a total of 33 in the sample space. You can do that. You can do that with any Venn diagram. You can just add up each individual number, and that's going to tell you how many total are in the sample space. Hopefully that will help you for what we're doing on the test, okay? I mean on the assignment. Okay, now, going to start with this problem right here. I want you to understand the difference right here. Describe the event that summing 2 rolled dice is larger than 7 and even, and contrast it with the event that the sum is larger than 7 or even. Okay? What is the difference between those two? I'm going to give you guys in your groups 2 or 3 minutes to talk about this. And I don't know if you guys remember, we made this table the other day. Remember when we made that table? And let's see. And I think we had something like this. This is the chances of getting a sum of 2, 3. No, I'm sorry, what was it? Oh, wait. We did it this way. We did, okay, this is if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we did this, we filled them in. Well, if you get a 1 and 1, you get a 2. If you get a 1 and a 2, you get a 3, and then a 4, 5, 6, 7. And then right here we get a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 3 plus 1 is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you remember doing this the other day? You guys all got that written in your notes? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6 plus 1 is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I want you to use this to figure out the probability of both of those. I'm going to give you about 1 minute, 2 minutes, and then we're going to talk about it. Go. Let's talk about it right here. Okay, how many of you think, how many ways, because it just asks for event, it doesn't actually ask for the probability. How many, we can write it as a probability too. Okay, how many ways is there to roll a dice larger than 7 and even? There's 9 ways, isn't there? Because it has to be larger than 7, so, and it has to be even. So 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Those are all larger than 7 and even. 10, 10, 10, and 12. How many are there? Huh? 9, right? So if you're doing this as a probability, we'd have 9 over 36, which is equal to 1/4. Got it? Now, what's the probability? Now, that's different than the sum is larger than 7 or it's even. So what are all the numbers larger than 7? There's also these right here, right? So that's a total of how many so far? 15, but it's also, they can be just even numbers.
Yeah, I got this right.
It says or even, right? So how many total now could there be?
24.
24 out of 36, which is 2/3, right? 2/3. Now, you guys, if I just wrote these as events and made a Venn diagram out of them, if we just wrote them as events and made a Venn diagram right here, what number, and what do these two circles represent? What does the first circle, could it represent? Huh? Numbers larger than 7. So larger than 7. And what does this one over here represent? Even numbers, okay? So, first of all, let's figure out how many numbers are larger than 7. How many numbers are larger than 7 here? There's 15. Okay? However, how many of those are even? 9 of them are even? Okay. So, what's going to go right here? 9 in the intersection. Which leaves us how many over here? 6. Because 6 plus 9 makes the 15, right? Okay. And how many go in this one over here? Because these are the even numbers. How many even numbers are there? half the numbers should be even, right? But you already had. Well, we can ask two different questions based on this. Okay, the answer is 9 right here, because there's 9 that are even. There's a total of 18 that are even, but 9 are just even, not larger than 7, right? There are a total of 9 problems that are even and larger than 7, and a total of 6 that are larger than 7, but not even. So how many are out here? 12 or neither? Neither, right? So do you see how we can write a Venn diagram of that to organize this information? Okay? All right, now, what we're going to do next, I need all of you guys. Well, we're going to do that. I got to see how many dice I have. Just a second. Okay, those of you who are staying, I only need one out of the pair of you to do this. Because one of you is going to be the recorder. Okay, you're going to do this in pairs. Okay? No, Kobe, you and Andrew are going to work together on this. Okay, and then I need you to do one that is 3 by 22. Just one.
Wait, this takes up like 2 pieces of paper.
You should be able to do this on one piece of paper. Okay? One piece of paper. Just write them next to each other. You don't want them on 2 different pieces of paper. You want them on the same sheet of paper so you can write that. Because you're going to roll a die and you have to tally it. Okay, and this is how you're going to do it. You know what? Those of you who are going to SUPAF, you can listen to this video and do this. I want you doing it, or you'll be confused on some other stuff we're going to be doing. I want you to take 2 dice, a pair of dice, and you're going to roll them 100 times, okay? And you're going to record what's going to happen, okay? Like right here, this is going to be the sums. You can get a sum of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Oh, I made too many right here, didn't I? You only needed 12. 2 by 12. But that's all right. Okay, and across here, you're going to put tally and total. And what you're going to do is every time you roll the dice, let's say you got a sum of 5. So you'd put a tally mark on the sum of 5. But then you're going to go over here to this one and see in this one right here, this is a 1 and a 1. This is a 1 and a 2, a 1 and a 3, a 1 and a 4, a 1 and a 5, a 1 and a 6, a 1 and a 7, a 1 and an 8, wait, we don't have 7s on dice. 2 and 2, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 2 and 5, 2 and 6, and then 3 and 3, 3 and 4, and we got to go down, 3 and 5, 3 and 6, then 4 and 4, 4 and 5,
This is so interesting.
4 and 6, and then 5 and 5, and then 5 and 6, and then 6 and 6. And now, let's say on that 5 that you just got, you're going to do a tally up here, tally and a total. Okay? And let's say on that 5 that you just rolled, you got it by rolling a 1 and a 4. So you'd put a tally mark in 1 and 4. It doesn't matter which order they are. It could be 4 and 1 or 1 and 4. Okay? You're going to roll the dice 100 times. You got 2 columns you got to mark. Does that make sense? You got to roll the dice 200 times. And I need everybody to bring the results back on, what's today, Monday? On Wednesday. Okay? So I want you guys, I'm just going to review this one more time because all the SUPAF kids are gone. And I want to make sure you understand. Okay, on this first one, you guys, you're going to roll, you're going to have a 3 by 12 table that looks like this. And every time you roll, you're going to sum the numbers together and you're going to put a tally mark on the number, the sum. And then you're going to come here and also put a tally mark on what the sum was. So if you rolled the sum of 5 and you did it using a 1 and 4, you're going to put a 1 tally mark right here, okay? Yeah, once you get all the tallies done, you're going to total it right over here. Okay, you're going to write your numbers down. All right, and then next time you come to class, we're going to answer questions on this. I'll have a set of questions for you.